Go open that door.
What door? The car door? Why?
Think you be important? Think you be a creep? What's good?
You out here, boy? Nerd.
Ready to get this money, baby?
Nope. Stay in there. That is I, man. This is it. This is what they do. This is the type of stuff you see at an informational, and you be like, oh, what's the next line?
I've been saying that for the past year and a half now.
Real talk.
I'm finally not a Neo anymore.
You heard? Yo, I'm a grandpa now. Grandpa. Sigma, you know, I mean, at this point it's been said so much, I guess you could say it's a cliche, it's a people's fraternity in the sense that I'm the same person, other than, you know, some, you know, business aspects. I've grown a little bit, but I'm the same person socially that I was before I became a Sigma. I'm outgoing. I respect every individual. Every individual warrants my respect, and I see them, I greet them, I say, "What's up? How are you?" And anything else, any other opinion that's for something else. That's not what I'm worried about, at least. And the Sigmas totally upheld that, where they were just like every individual got their respect regardless of what they stood for, what they did. That genuine surface respect, like you're a good individual because you're here, you know, I'm gonna respect you. And I didn't get that from other organizations. I felt like they were, you know, biased towards certain people.
Just learning how to work with different groups of people, different personnel on our team, which is just the brotherhood, I guess, is just how it pretty much helped me to kind of mold myself to develop into a much more mature person, I guess. Like I've been through countless of situations where I had to step outside of my current, like, you know, personality and characteristics that I usually display to pretty much aid the team and do better as an organization. So I think learning to kind of step aside from yourself and to put yourself in other people's shoes is a huge way to develop and mature.
It's been very hard. It's been mentally draining and physically draining. A lot of hard work's gone into it, but it's worth it in the end. It's easily one of the best decisions I've made in my life. Made a lot of good friends, a lot of good connections, and I have a whole new family, a whole new set of brothers that I can call and I can count on for anything.
Ain't no telling what he'll do for that paper. Ain't no telling. Blue fly, he's fly. Girl, don't be shy. He's a smooth operator. He laid up with your chick. You know the Sigmas make you feel some type of way. 3 cups of blue juice make you feel some type of way. The girl who feel like you feeling some type of way. Is it because them Sigma pockets think you feel some type of way? Some type of way. Make you feel some type of way. Them Cuban group, you know they feel some type of way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A lot of Greeks hate. You to the street. A lot of girls cry. Shiny white feet. Blue juice got a knife. She don't want to leak. You see a steady mother. Your girl in the sheets. And your chicken got it. She like a Sigma walk. And he even got a feeder from that Boston talk. Nigga say, that Trey's a killer. Put it on for 5 to eat your girl's face.
A brother to me is like having your brother's back. It's helping them out, like just little stuff, like I guess like putting them in a position. Like what Kendall did for us is like he graduated, but he like told us what certain things to do to graduate, or like what certain things to help you graduate. Like he told me about different programs, different little tips that can help you be as successful as you can. Like it's like helping out somebody younger than you, or just like helping them out however they can.
My name is Andre Sadler. In this video, I'm gonna go Super Sigma. No. One day I fly through the air, do superpower things. I once saw a Chinese man turn fire just with his hands. Like, you gonna tell me that's not possible? So in this video, I'm gonna go Super Sigma. Wait. I may not go all the way Super Sigma. So just bear with me.
We had just crossed 1980 for those brothers who were historic buffs. And I think we had a couple parties on campus, several, you know, the regular fraternity parties.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to do something that had never been done before. And I told Sean I wanted to, being from Syracuse, and you know how you guys gave me grief about being from town, but I wanted to bring the two communities together. I wanted to bring Syracuse, the guys I grew up with, and my campus brothers together for an event. But I didn't want it to be a regular party. I wanted to dress up. At that time, I was dressing. Those who know me know that I dressed to the occasion, and I wanted to have a black tie or suit and tie type of event where brothers could come and celebrate the accomplishments, but also get to know some people in the community, because we were doing a lot in the community at that time, and I think we still are, from what I've heard. And the Evening of Black Expressions was born. I thought about some names and thought about some ideas, and I said, what if we have an evening where we showcase some talent and have sort of like the Apollo kind of feel to it, but let's dress up, let's honor some of the brothers, let's give a community service award away. And yes, I am the founder and creator of the Evening of Black Expressions. Now I hear that it's 33 years later and the campus has bought into the idea. I'm flattered and humbled, and I'm so appreciative of what the brothers have done to keep it going.
When I was 5 years old, my dad said, "Son, don't ever talk to strangers." And that was the same year he taught me how to catch a baseball. Some years go by, I'm getting ready for high school, and my dad says, "Son, you stay away from those drugs, they're no good." Then he gave me my grandfather's watch. 4 years later, I'm leaving for college, and I say, "Dad, you have to stop hitting Mom." And I just hugged him as hard as I could. That was the only time I ever seen that man cry.
If I ever get the fucking be the longest bus ever, love is a drug like the strongest stuff ever. You feel me? She wanted to get wife in the club, and my homie got this other nigga. Like, give me 20.
Part of it, I mean, yeah. I just really got to know them all well, and I felt like there was already a good relationship between me and most of the brothers. And like we discussed the other day, the most important part to any fraternity is brotherhood. So if you can see yourself building that, everything else will just come.
The reason why I got online was because, you know, looking at Sigma, it was something that I really wanted to do through the principles, brotherhood, scholarship, and service, but the main thing was brotherhood, because I saw all the Sigmas, they was real close, and I wanted to join that brotherhood because with me, I'm a laid back type of person, and they was all laid back and stuff like that.
multiple discussions with freshmen and sophomores regarding black men in the community and being a black man on a predominantly white campus here at Syracuse. Discussions involving identity, conflict, resolution, academic success, and things of that nature.
Sit down for a while. So these are true or false questions. So again, after I read the question, someone raise their hand, say true or false, and then shortly tell why you think so. The minority male is a tool. Masculine. True.
I feel like you look at hip-hop culture, look at African-American social elites, they perpetuate that hyper-masculinity. You gotta be athletic, like I said before, you gotta have money, cars, clothes, you know. So like yeah, but they perpetuate this idea of African-American masculinity that like you're not a man unless you have those things.
I would say a lack of something. We didn't know what exactly it was on campus, either of people coming together as minorities or just men in general, or a loss of or lack of them knowing who they were from younger even to older. So we wanted to start at the younger where they actually have a chance to try to correct it now, as opposed to starting at the older where they're on their way out of campus.
What if okay, y'all say true. So what if I just say
Just a little brief piece about my chapter and my fraternity. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated was founded on the campus of Howard University on January 9th, 1914. There you go to Howard, that's love, that's love, that's love. The Day Design chapter was founded here on this campus on October 31st, 1975. This logo right here, hashtag Road to 100, is up there because we'll be celebrating 100 years on January 9th of 1914. Can I get some love for our organization, please?
Region that received the national scholarships are on the collegiate side. We have Brother Rodney Elijah Pichon from Syracuse University, Theta Xi. If he's here, please come on up. If the representative of Theta Xi is here, please come on up. Or the New York State Director, please come on up. We also have Brother Christian Harley, also from Syracuse University, Theta Xi.
I transferred in. My first semester was kind of slow, just getting acclimated to the school. But then my second semester, when I was here, I started meeting more people. That's how I ended up becoming interested in Sigma in the first place.
How did you become interested?
Well, one of the first people I met when I got here was Brother Alray Cromer. And he, at the time, was not a Sigma. But he was going through his process that semester. So once he was done, I seen him, and the next semester we started hanging out more, and I started just meeting some of the other brothers and seeing how they operated, you know, seeing how they carried themselves and the business that they were taking care of on campus, and I like what I saw.
Definitely the real work definitely happens after. I'm a lot busier than I was before Sigma. And I'm definitely still making a lot of new connections, meeting a lot of new people, great people to have in my life, and still networking. And the brotherhood is really true, and it's real.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Edmund Bouvier, and I'm the Fraternal Relations Chair of Phi Beta Sigma Theta Xi chapter. Prior to beginning the event, Theta Xi chapter would like to formally present a check to one of our national programmers, Martin Jones. The mission of Martin Jones is to improve the health of babies. Mission outcomes include the health of babies by preventing birth defects, premature birth, and infant mortality. Through revenue of a number of last year's events and last year's third annual Woman of Distinction, the Theta Xi chapter accumulated $9,000 following presentation, please stay tuned for words from March of Dimes representative, Honey Clements. Thank you.
Good evening. The March of Dimes partnership with Phi Beta Sigma began in 1980, and since that time, this organization has helped in immeasurable ways to raise awareness of our mission and raise much-needed funds so that we can begin to understand the many problems of prematurity and poor birth outcomes, to discover the answers, to help moms have full-term pregnancies and healthy babies, and to support families in times of need. Nationally, this year, Phi Beta Sigma pledged to raise $100,000 for the March of Dimes. When I contacted our national office a short time ago to let them know what this wonderful chapter had accomplished with their fundraiser, they were so excited because this check represents the culmination of all of those efforts. And for that, we are forever grateful. Thank you very, very much.
I guess the honest reason you want to surround yourself with men like yourself, Sigma, men about business. These were guys I looked up to on campus. I saw them doing the right things, getting involved in the right areas. From what I remember, they were holding the think tanks. Sigmas were genuinely the nicest people. You wouldn't know they wore letters if you weren't close to them. It just seemed like a great fit, something I wanted to be a part of.
I'm the guy who will sit across from you on the bus and just start a conversation with you, and I think that since the probate, that people they aren't as I don't want to say afraid or taken back by it, but they're just they're just okay with it at this point. They're not. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Perfect example. I was in the library, probably yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I was talking to a friend of mine who I've known for a long time. We went to high school together, and there was a bunch of other people at the table who I didn't know, and I think one of them started playing a song or something that I liked, so I just started telling them about the song. And normally when I start doing that, people are like, okay, I don't want to talk to you, you're weird, blah, 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 but she was just down to talk. She was with it, and so that's new. It's also just I don't know how to describe this feeling. It's just not real life. It's not real life. People are they watch me. I feel like they're looking at me, and I don't mind. I like being the center of attention, but.
Phi Beta Sigma's got soul. A B-H-I, a B-E-T-A, a S-I-G, a B-E-T-A, a B-E-T-A, a S-I-G, a blue. Phi Beta Sigma's got soul.
Baby, you got a body like a baby. I'm trying to make it, just need it all like my
And now for the winners of the fraternity. The #1 fraternity tonight is... No. Phi Beta Sigma! Luke Bird! Once again, give it up for all fraternities and sororities representing tonight. Greek Unity Fest 2015.